Welcome and welcome back, fellow Culinarians, to another journey into the Culinary Dungeon, where we treat what we eat like a game and play with our food. I'm your host, Chef Chucky, and today we'll be crafting the Monster Burger. We have all of our ingredients. We'll start off with our beef. We're gonna go ahead and season everything up. Using a little bit of the crazy Cajun. Making sure we get in there nice and tight. Nice. Then we're gonna go ahead and bake up some bacon. I have a pan here. We'll preset the oven to 350 degrees, and we'll let this bacon cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll season it a little bit with black pepper. Next thing we'll do is cut our loaf. We're going to use a serrated knife. Make sure that we're being very careful with the knife, not to cut ourselves, taking it as slowly as you need. Now that everything's cut in half, we're going to use some garlic parmesan basil butter, and we're going to spread that on nice. After we get this nice and coated, as soon as we're done, we'll pop it in the oven and get it nice and golden brown. Now that we have the bacon out of the oven, you can easily use the bacon grease with the burger to help get that extra little bit of flavor. We'll also season the meat a little bit more just to ensure that everything's nice and coated. We're going to go ahead and give our meat a flip, making sure that we kind of squeeze the excess juices out. These are thick patties after all. After about 10 minutes, we're going to make sure that we check our meat and rinse and repeat with both patties. Making sure that our meat is at least over 165 degrees. And next thing we're going to do is put our meat back in and melt our cheese. Using a combination of mustard, Havarti, and Kobe Jack, we're going to make sure that we get a nice melted cheese on both our meat and on our loaf. Now that everything's done, we're going to go ahead and set everything up. We have our lettuce, sliced onions, sliced tomatoes, we have our crispy bacon, and we have our giant hamburger. Now that the cheese is nice and melted, we're going to get our chipotle mayonnaise and make sure that everything's nice and coated. Now we're going to go ahead and assemble using spinach and arugula. Got our tomatoes, our sliced onions. We're going to grab our hamburger and our nice crispy pieces of bacon. And we're going to top it off with chili sauce as our blood for this monstrosity of a burger, the Monster Burger. We're going to be doing things a little bit different on this spooky edition of Chucky's Culinary Dungeon, but we're going to start with the character select. So many choices to choose from, but we're just going to stick with the purple guy. We're going to do things a little bit different, and instead of benefits, we're going to do disadvantages, starting with life alert. Burgers naturally contain an excess amount of cholesterol and saturated fats, causing an increase in the stat that may cause heart disorder. Next is temptations. Burgers have the ability to mimic what you desire. Meat, veggie burgers, no culinarian is safe from the alluring call. Lastly is Pandora's box. You run the risk of obesity, depression, digestion issues, heart disease, and more. Thanks for tuning in into the Culinary Dungeon. I tried to do it a little bit different today and bring a little more spooky. Hold on, let me move this chair. To all my culinarians, I greatly appreciate everything, and I want everybody to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you again on the next Culinary Dungeon.